Hello everybody, this is Charles and I am back with another toy review, this time for Bandai's Metal Build Gundam Dynames Repair 3. Alright, so this is the latest release from the Gundam Metal Build series. I'm very excited to bring this review to you, even though I haven't been doing any Metal Build series review for the longest time. Although I have been collecting it in activity still. So the box art, okay, we can see is very similar to the ones for the Exia series, okay, double Exia series. And over here, the back of the box art, we see Dynames with all the weapons and the different poses we have. Okay, without further ado, let's go to the review of the figure itself. Okay, so right now, here I have the figure itself. Let's just lower the camera angle a little bit so that you have a better view of the figure. Okay. So right now I here with the Dynames figure. Very nice, excellent figure, full of die cast. Okay, I'm reviewing the figure by itself first because with the accessories it's very hard to review most of the articulation and the other features that it has. So this figure has a lot of die cast content. Okay, first thing first, the chest component, okay, is mainly made of die cast. You can see over here. We have the shoulder joint, okay, over here. This part is made of die cast as well. Okay, you can see inner frame over here, the shoulders. It's die cast. Okay, you can see the whole die cast content over here. Alright, pop this joint back in. Okay, we have the die cast for the elbows. Okay, moving down the frame, this entire lower section of the body, okay, this entire lower section is die cast. Okay, we also have die cast for the thighs as well. Okay, the inner frame, as you can see, is actually die cast. Let me just remove this part. Okay, just to showcase, you can see this entire leg section is die cast. Okay, pop this back in nicely. We also see the knee section is die cast. Over here, this part over here is die cast as well. It can be removed. I'll show later. We also have this part over here for the lower legs is die cast, and over here the back of the knee we see is die cast. Over here the feet and the inner ankles are die cast, and here is die cast as well. So we have a lot of die cast content for this piece, which makes it very, very heavy. Really excellent piece. On to the articulation. Okay, on the shoulder side, we can see these two fins. We can move up and down. Okay, head wise, we can move front, back for the neck. 360 rotation for the head, no problem. Okay, gonna plug the head out. Okay, just to showcase more stuff. The instructions actually say that you have additional articulation for the neck over here. Okay, but because this joint is so tight, okay, you can't really move it unless you move it manually by yourself. Now over here, if we move the fins downwards, okay, this is a very interesting feature. Cover the eyes, and then you have this sniper, lens over here, which is really awesome. Okay, this is what Dynames is all about. So it's really awesome that remember that Dynames is a sniper board. So it's really awesome they have this feature over here that shows the sniper lens. Really cool. All right, I'll put this back in. Okay, so moving down to the chest component, we see over here that we can actually open up this section. Okay, to show the core over here, it says R3. Okay, it says 002R3, which is very nice detail over here. I really like it. This clear green plastic over here and this part over here. All right. Shoulders wise, full 360 rotation. Okay, we can actually raise the shoulders about 90 degrees. Okay, we also can move the side of the torso slightly out this much. Okay, we can move the shoulders forward this much. Okay, and likewise for most figures, we have 360 rotation at the elbow. Okay, and then we have double jointed elbows, which are okay. It's a bit tough on the joint. Okay, over here, instruction says for this we got to be very careful, because this is made of rubber. So over time, if we really do overstretch the elbows, I foresee that this part could crack or even break off. So be really careful. So let's try not to overstretch the elbows too much in case we break this joint. Okay, this rubber piece. So we're just gonna put it back nicely. Okay, nice. Okay, and over here down to the wrist. Okay, wrist wise we have some upward downwards movement as well, and we also have 360 rotation at the fist. And over here we plug out the fist. We can actually see that we also have additional articulation for this joint over here, this plastic joint. Okay, you can actually move up and down. Actually, this ball joint you can rotate 360, but because it's so tight, okay, you can hardly rotate it. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a hassle to actually rotate that part. Okay, in terms of the waist wise, okay, we can actually move the torso forward backwards. Not a lot, maybe not a lot because it's just so tight that I didn't really want to stretch the joint too much. I can't move it side to side, okay, but it's not important. Over here you can actually do rotation side to side. Likewise, it's so tight that I can't rotate it much. Maybe you can do 360, but I'm not going to rotate it because just for fear of breaking or damaging the joint. Okay, so over here now let's go through the articulation for the thighs. So a point of reminder, because all these parts are painted, so if you move the joint too close, okay, to the joint, okay, you run the risk of actually chipping off the paint, which has happened to me quite a number of times when I was doing reviews. So what I do right now is to recommend you actually spread the leg thigh up a little bit, okay, just to give some allowance, then move the joint. Okay, in that case you can see that you don't rub the paint against the metal and you won't actually have lower risk of actually getting paint chip on your parts. So over here you can see we can raise the legs actually more than 90 degrees, which I'm not going to stretch. You can actually raise it up, okay, this much, 90 degrees sideways, okay, and over here the knees, double jointed knees, to give you that articulation all the way to the back. Really cool, really awesome. You can see all that metal joint, die cast joint inside. Really nice. Let's just carefully move the joint back down. Okay, over here you can flip the ankle cover. Okay, over here you can flip it up and down. And ankle joints wise, the feet wise, you have articulation up to this much to the front, this much to the back. You can also collapse the feet if you want to. Yeah, but these are very awkward poses that you probably will not be doing. So let's return it back to the norm. Okay, stand properly. Okay, cool. So this is more or less the articulation we have for the figure. So let's take another 360 look at the figure. Really awesome, really nice, really cool. Okay, let me just go through a little bit more of the features that we have on the figure over here. So over here we can see this part for the kneecap, which can actually be detached. Okay, and you can see this part is actually a lot of die cast. So you see die cast here, so it's a lot of die cast. So for this, actually you actually unveil missile. So you should just pull this out. Okay, you hear a click to lock it in place, and then you see 4 missiles over here, which can actually move forward as well. So it's really cool, right? So to put it back, just push it to the back. Okay, push it back here, and over here we just plug it back in. Cool. So I'm going to put the figure aside for now. I'm going to go through the other parts of the feature that it comes with. Okay, let me just go through the instructions. Okay, so we have here, this is the front skirt of the waist. Interesting for this front skirt of the front skirt is that we see this joint over here. So this is the first time I see in a figure, metal build figure, that we have this articulation. Okay, usually you see just one ball joint inside, which is this one. Okay, and you actually move it a little bit forward and backward and sideways slightly. But right now, I'm not sure whether this is a new feature they're introducing for their skirt, but it's a very nice feature over here. See, so you can actually move the skirt so much. It gives so much more articulation to the skirt. Okay, and what's more interesting about this skirt is that these two I don't know, are they GM drives? Not GM drives, but okay. Over here you push this, you unveil this. So let me see, you push at the bottom. Yeah, I think these are GM thrusters or something like that. Okay, double O fans are gonna kill me for this. I'm just so sorry, but yeah, this is some booster like thingy, which is really cool, and then you push this backwards, you just go back in. Really cool, really swell. Okay, so for this, okay, we are done with this part. I think it's a very nice feature, really cool. So I'm gonna put this back over here, gonna insert it, plug it in. Okay, you gotta, over here it just plugs in easily. Okay, yep, so we got it nicely in place. I just rest it against the thighs. Okay, so this part is done. Next thing I'll go through, let's go through the back skirt. So this is the back skirt. Okay, so the back skirt wise, it comes with the GN sword and this part for you to put the GN bazooka or something like that. So it comes with 2 of them, which I'm going to show in this. Okay, so you see when it comes in the box, it comes with 2 of this. Okay, so it gives you the freedom of wanting the GN cannon to be on the right or the left side. Similarly for your GN sword, it comes on the right or left side. Or if you want to, you can actually put the GN sword on both sides if you want to, okay, without GN cannon. And if you want to have 2 put 2 GM bazooka or cannons, you probably have to get 2 pieces of this to get additional cannon that you can actually put on the sides, because the cannon it works both ways. So whether on the left side or right side, it has pegs for you to actually insert. So it'll be really awesome, you know, if you have 2 pieces of Dynames and you put 2 of this GM bazooka. Yeah, just 2 of these GM bazooka side by side. It will be really, really awesome. So apart from this, you know, it comes on the lightsaber and the extra hands that you can actually swap with, which I'm not gonna go through in this review. But I'm gonna go through what else am I gonna go through and show you guys. Okay, while I arrange the fist properly. Okay, I have a little OCD of arranging the fist properly nicely. Okay, put this thing aside, and we have really nice Gundam Dynames Repair 3 base. Really awesome. Okay, and you need all these parts because you actually need it to support the post when it holds the GM bazooka. Okay, this aside. Okay, I think we'll just go through this part. Yeah, so this is really nice. So similarly, okay, you see over here, you know, have this booster like things, which if you move the fins, you see the booster comes out very interestingly. So similarly, you move the fins up over here, the booster pops up, which is really, really interesting, right? Now I'm just having a lot of fun playing with this. That just pops out. Really cool, really awesome. Yeah. And adding the fact that, you know, you can actually rotate this up and down, sideways slightly as well. Really cool. Okay, really nice. Okay, so this goes to the back, which I will do it later. First, I'll go through the GM bazooka. So this GM bazooka, really, really badass weapon. Really nice. One of the biggest gun weapon, okay, that we have for the Metal Build series. Very detailed as well. Very, very nice. So here we have the handle that can move. Over here, now we can have it held on both hands. Okay, so actually when you have the GM bazooka, you actually place it over here. I think some sort of that. One of the poses, you place it over here, and both hands actually hold on to this, and yeah, just blast away. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this part first. So this GM bazooka, we can actually expand it. So first part, we can actually expand the bottom. We're gonna pull this at the back, sorry, pull this, you can extend this. Okay, we can actually pull this apart as well. So open up the cannon, you hear a nice click sound. For the teeth, okay, you can actually pull out to extend it. Okay, yeah, so you need to use your fingers to actually push the back of the teeth over here to get it out. Okay, so disclaimer, okay, the first time when you try to do it, it's going to be pretty tight for the teeth. Okay, for me it's especially tight for the lower part of the teeth. But once you get it out, move it a couple of times, smoothen it, you'll be pretty okay. Yeah, so when you pull out and you snap it in place, you hear a click sound that makes you allows you to know that you actually have it in place. So this is the entire GM cannon. Okay, GM bazooka, sorry, GM bazooka. Likewise, you know, we look at the detail inside here, which is really, really awesome. Okay, we look at the details inside here. Really cool. Really, really, really cool. And here we have the visor, the green lens over here. Really awesome. So when it's fully open up, you know, we see this is how the GM cannon looks like. GM bazooka looks like. Really, really nice. Okay, so just keep it. Gonna push the teeth in. Okay, yeah, snap it in place. There we have it. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, you're just gonna slot it in here. Okay, gonna push it in. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's really tight, okay, but tight is good. Okay. Yeah. It's good that it's tight because you know that, I mean most of us know that for metal build toys, you know, once you fiddle with the toy a little while, you know, the joints get loose. Yeah, that gets a little bit irritating. So once this is done, okay, let's plug it into the back. Okay, I'm gonna get the arm out of the way first. Okay, we can plug it in the back over here. Let me just make sure I aligned it properly. Yep, very nice, click in place. Nice. Okay, so even in Dynames, which is not complete yet, no, it looks really awesome this way. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through the last part of it, which is the shield. Okay, so this is the backpack. Okay, the backpack first of all, this entire part, okay, full of die cast, really heavy, really awesome. You know, it's full of weight. you need to assemble actually a couple of parts. So what you need to assemble, it comes the back frame comes as it is this way. What you need to do actually is to assemble two parts, which is one, which is this, and the other, which is the shoe. So for this part, you just basically sort it in, okay? But for the shoe, let me just go through it by itself. So this is the shoe that you get, okay? Really nice piece, okay? So it's a shield come, I think it's a cannon sort of weapon. So what you can do is that you can lift up over here, and over here you push the frame down a little bit. Okay, just pull this apart, move this down. Okay, actually pull it all the way down. Okay, over here, then you have the cannon. So you can see inside here, you have two cannons. Okay, so this is the cannon mode whereby, you know, Dynames can hold on to this, you know, on the shoulders, and you have this very nice cannon. So it's really nice, and likewise, you know, the details over here is very nice. I like the painting, the finishing, the matte finishing, the gold inside. Okay, over here. Then if you do not want it to be a cannon, if you want it to be a shield mode, just simply detach these two pieces. Okay, this piece, sorry, just simply detach it over here. Okay, you're gonna push this back inside here. And for here, you just slide it over here. So there's a groove over here for you to slide it in very easily. Just slide it in. And there you have it. So this forms, you know, massive shoe. Very nice, you know, you look at the back, you know, you see this gold part contrasting with the black or a gunmetal metallic gray over here. Really nice. Yeah. So this is a way to actually get it done. You know, I was wondering how they managed to do it when the product came out, but I thought, you know, there was some way where it flips entirely over, but apparently it doesn't. It doesn't. I thought it might be a flip entirely over to come over here, but no. So this part basically just slides in, okay? But before you need to slide it, you need to actually detach it over here. Yeah. So let's put this part back in carefully. Okay, let me just slide it back properly. Aligned it nicely. Yep, got it done nicely. Close it. Okay, very nice. So next part, what we're going to do, we will slot it back over here. Just pin it in. Okay, so prior to the review, I've actually adjusted this because it was, okay, this part, okay, this entire frame is extremely tight. Okay, so it's very difficult to actually adjust this when it's on the figure, so I did it prior to putting it on the figure. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to plug this in, the backpack in to the back. Okay, so I'm going to show you the shield mode first, or rather the defense mode of Dynames. So we're just going to make sure this thing, okay, we're going to lift this. Okay, we're going to lift this up a little bit to give it more clearance. Then we're gonna put it in over here, the backpack. Okay, slots in pretty nicely. Okay, then we're gonna push it down. Okay, push it down over here, bring it down, and there we have Dynames in his shield mode. So this is, you know, when he's under attack, you know, he shields himself really nicely. So these two act as two giant shields for him. Really, really, really awesome. Okay. So I'm gonna take this out first. Okay, the joint is really, really tight. It's very difficult to move it. I'm just gonna plug out the backpack first. Okay, so after plugging out the backpack, and you actually move this backwards. So this joint, like I said, is extremely tight. Okay, yeah. You may be struggling a little bit while I move it. Okay. Like I said, tight is good because over time it's going to loosen. And over here we can see for the side, you can actually move it slightly up as well. Okay, yeah. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plug this back inside the backpack. Okay, gotta find the alignment. Okay, I think I got the alignment back in nicely. Okay, so over here, I'll lower the shields. Okay, lower this. Okay, this part down. Likewise, we're gonna lower the back. And there we have Dynames. Alright. So this is extremely cool. Very nice. So I have it fully assembled right now. Look at this. Full 360 view of the figure. Very nice, very awesome. So awesome. Yep. Really cool. Yep. So this is how I'm gonna put it in my display. And this piece, after assembling everything, is really heavy. Okay, it's really heavy. It's like full. It makes. I think this is one of the heaviest metal figures I've actually ever handled. So this is really heavy. Okay, this is something that if you like die cast, if you like weight to your figure, this is really something that I believe that you actually love the most. Granted that most of the weight comes from the bulk of accessories that it has, but we do also see that there's a lot of die cast content, all over the figure, which makes it really heavy. And I think in terms of making this secondary figure is really a good choice from Bandai. So we have the Axial Repair 4. Okay, Axial Repair 4. This is the same universe as Axial Repair 4 after I think the movie of the double movie. Okay, this is supposed to be a follow-up story, but I don't think there's any plans to make the anime yet. But if they really do make the anime, it'd be really interesting. So for this figure, I just have a lot of good things to say about it. Currently, right now, it's still available on at a reasonable price online. You can still get it at a very reasonable price. It's not inflated by a lot, so probably right now I see hovering around 29,000 yen, which is $290 US dollars, which is very good. And I think they probably increase the production for metal build these days, so they know it's not so short, even though the demand is high, which is why the prices is not going high up, like going up by 50% or even double, like some of the old metal build figures are. So it's a good time. So right now it's good for you to get this figure while it's very affordable. Okay, the prices have not gone up by a lot. Will the price go further up from here? Hard to say, because you never know whether Bandai might reissue it. But I guess with so many other metal build projects ongoing, you have a lot of metal build figures that's coming in the rest of the year. I don't foresee them reissuing this figure anytime soon. But take my word for it, this is a very excellent figure. It's really nice color wise, die cast wise, and finishing wise. It's excellent figure. So I highly recommend that you get this figure if you're a metal build fan. So here's Charles signing off with yet another toy review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do stay tuned to my channel for more reviews next time.